So you're gearing up for the SATs, huh? And not just any SATs, right? We're talking about the new digital SKs.
That's right.
You've come to the right place.
Absolutely.
Get ready to dive deep into everything you need to know about this digital beast. With us, as always, is our expert, ready to break it all down.
Definitely ready. This isn't just your average SAT with a digital coat of paint.
Okay. Intrigue level rising. So first things first, for those of us who still remember those number 2 pencils, what's actually different here?
Well, for one, you got to ditch those pencils. It's all on a computer now.
No more Scantrons.
Yep, no more Scantron.
Honestly, good riddance, right?
Right. But the really big deal is the adaptive testing. So the test actually adjusts to how you're doing as you go.
Hold on, textbooks need to steal this technology. Imagine your textbook could sense if you were struggling and dial back the difficulty.
Yeah.
Or if it knew you were acing everything and it threw in some crazy bonus challenge questions. That's basically what the digital SAT is doing, right?
Exactly. It's all about zeroing in on your actual skill level, which can be good or a little intimidating, depending.
Okay, so less time wasted on questions that are way too easy or way too hard? But does that actually make it less stressful overall?
Well, think about it. With the old way, you might get stuck and your brain just kind of fries. But with this, if you're on a roll, yeah, the questions get tougher. But if you hit a wall, the next one eases up a bit, gives you a chance to breathe. It's all about finding your groove.
Okay, that makes sense. So does it adjust after every question? How does that even work?
That's the really cool part. It's not always after every single question, but the system is always watching how you're doing. Could be every few questions, or it might depend on how tough the questions you've already done were. And here's the kicker. The scoring is totally different with adaptive testing.
Ooh, insider info. Don't leave us hanging. What's this scoring mystery all about?
Okay, so old SAT, your score was basically how many questions you got right. Straightforward.
Right?
Now with adaptive testing, it's how many you get right A and D, how hard those questions were.
So crushing those harder questions equals some serious bonus points.
You got it.
That changes the game completely. So we're talking about a totally different ball game here. But the million-dollar question is, why should you care?
Right.
Is this just some fancy upgrade, or does it actually, impact you in a real way?
This is where it gets really interesting. See, on the surface, it's all about modernizing things, making it less stressful. But when you really dig in, it's about making things fair, making sure your score really shows what you actually know.
Okay, I like the sound of that. But let's be honest, the SATs aren't exactly known for their, relaxing spa vibes.
True.
Everyone's freaking out about college.
Exactly. And that's where understanding this new format can give you a real leg up. You see, it's not just about the score, it's what that score says about you. It tells colleges, hey, I'm not afraid of a challenge. I can roll with the punches, and I'm ready for whatever this digital world throws at me.
So it's like a digital handshake with your future self.
Exactly.
Proving you've got the skills to make it in this tech-driven world.
Yes. And let's not forget the practical side. You mentioned college admissions, right? Well, a good digital SAT score can be your golden ticket.
Okay, you're speaking my language. Break it down for us. Beyond just getting IN, how can this score help?
Well, for starters, it can open doors to some serious scholarships. We're talking merit-based scholarships here.
Hold on, rewind for a sec. What's the difference between, need-based and merit-based? I always get those mixed up.
No worries. It's a super important difference. Think of it like this. Need-based is a safety net, make sure everyone, no matter their background, can afford college. Merit-based, that's like bonus points for being awesome.
Okay, got it.
For your grades, your skills, you name it.
So a good digital SAT score is like unlocking a secret level of college funding.
That's a great way to put it. Colleges eat this stuff up. They want to attract those rock star students. And a killer digital SAT score, especially with a good GPA and all that, makes your application shine. We're talking serious tuition discounts, maybe even a full ride.
Okay, hold up. A full ride. That's life-changing stuff. Graduating with less debt, more opportunities, all because you rocked this digital test.
Exactly. And the sooner you prep, the better.
Speaking of timing,
You read my mind.
let's talk timelines. Let's say our listener is aiming for fall 2025 enrollment. What are we looking at here?
So get this, the digital SAT, it's already happening. The global rollout started back in March of 23.
Wait, seriously, no more pencils anywhere in the world?
At least not for the SAT. Tons of testing centers have already gone digital, and the rest are catching up fast. So if you haven't started planning your digital SAT strategy, now is the time.
So the clock is ticking, adds a whole other level of excitement, doesn't it?
I'd say so, but don't panic. Okay. The key is to be strategic. Look at the deadlines for the colleges you're thinking about, then work backward. That'll give you a timeline for when to take the digital SAT. And, leave room for retakes if you need them.
Because, let's be real, who couldn't use a do-over every now and then? Especially with something this important. Speaking of second chances, or better yet, acing it the first time, we got to talk about this Consultifly thing. They keep popping up in our research. They're like, the big name in digital SAT prep. Are they legit?
They're definitely making waves. And yeah, from what I've seen, it's more than just hype. They've got this whole approach that's like classic test prep, but with a little AI magic sprinkled in.
Okay, now you've got my attention. AI and the SATs. Sounds like a match made in, well, the digital age, I guess.
Right. It's like they're teleporting the future of education right to your computer screen. And one of their big things is this free diagnostic test.
Free, you say? I'm always up for a good freebie, especially when it comes to something as potentially life-changing as the SATs. So what's so special about it? Is it just a bunch of random questions? Or is there a method to the madness?
Oh no, it's definitely not rando. This diagnostic test is designed to figure out exactly what you're good at and what you need to work on for the digital SAT, like getting an x-ray of your test-taking skills. And here's where the AI comes in. They use that data to make a personalized study plan just for you.
No more generic to-do lists, no more drowning in practice questions.
Exactly. Consultifly's AI takes all the guesswork out of it. Their system analyzes how you did, figures out your weak spots, and then it's like, boom, a custom roadmap to get you where you need to be.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the AI for a sec. It's called Mia, right? What is Mia exactly? And how does she actually, help you prepare?
So Mia is like having a virtual tutor who's always on call, right there in the Consultify platform. She gives you personalized tips and feedback as you go. Imagine a tutor who knows exactly why you're struggling and then changes how they explain it to match how you learn best. That's Mia's superpower.
Okay, I gotta admit, having an AI tutor 24/7, that's pretty cool. But does it really work? Have they released any data showing if Consultify students score higher?
It's always good to be a little skeptical, but they do have tons of students saying they saw big score jumps after using it. Of course, everyone's different. There's no magic bullet for the SATs, but it seems like their approach, this whole personalized AI thing, really clicks with students.
Definitely something to check out, especially with that free diagnostic test, low-risk way to see what AI-powered test prep is all about. Well, listeners, we've covered a ton today. We talked adaptive testing, those sweet, sweet scholarship opportunities. A good digital SAT score can get you. But as always, we want to leave you with something to think about. We've talked a lot about how this digital SAT works, but what do you think this all means for the future of education? Are we about to enter a world where everything's digital? Will AI tutors be the new norm? And what does it mean for students navigating this whole new world? Something to think about as you start your digital SAT journey.